And good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the April 24th edition of Morning Mindset. I'm your host, Todd. How are you doing today? It's almost like a little AI stumble. Too many texts on one word, too much text on one thing, on one slide. So it stops because it carries over to the next one. Hey, morning mindset. We're going to talk a little AI today. It's your first time here, long time here. This is what I need out of you: who you are, where you're from, what is in your cup, and what the weather is like in your area. No coffee this morning, folks. We got some Astro Vibe Celsius rocking. You should reach out to them, just say, hey, send me some cases so I can talk about you every day. We've got that. It's like in the 40s, so not bad. I think we're headed to like 60 today, high 50s, low 60s, so that's kind of nice here, and I will take that. The most important part of the day is we talk the talk. Like every day, I tell you, you need to, set your goals. Here's my thing of 5. I don't tell you to do it if I don't do it, and if you are in our Patreon group, then you know that I post those there every day. So for us today, we've got to press shirts. We've got to invoice orders. We've got to order some supplies. We have some design work that we need to work on, and CapCut. CapCut is going to take most of my day. Pretty sure I'm going down that rabbit hole, and we're going to talk about that as we go on. But first and foremost, this wouldn't be a show without you guys. So thank you so much for showing up here, and let's check in and see how the crew is doing this morning. Darren, good morning to you. Sunny in Topeka. He delivered 14 puppies throughout the night, Saturday night and in the morning. Wow. 1 stillbirth, 1 brought back, and was doing good until 2 a.m. Monday night. So today's 5 things. Take care of puppies, epoxy a bathroom counter, and start the remodel. Begin to get caught up on things that have lack sense of puppies. Congratulations to you, Darren. That is a tall task, my friend. So sleepless nights ahead of you, but good job. Good job on that. Jenny, good morning to you, Northern Indiana, where it's 37 degrees. Mother Nature does need some Prozac. I will give that. It, like yesterday, it looked nice, but it was just windy and just still cold. Water in the cup for Jenny here this morning. What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you. Barb, good morning. North Central Minnesota, 40, sunny high of 60, water in the bottle. Barb's 5 things: DTF, alterations sequin jumpsuit, embroidery stitch out, customer afternoon pickup, invoicing. That's a great day. That's a great day right there. And hi, Darren, Jenny, and Chuck from Barb. George, good morning to you, my friend. Shore Life, hey, good morning. Cold coffee because I had to leave in a rush to take the cat to the vet. Oh, what? Like as a checkup, or we had to rush because there's something wrong with cat. Gotta love those fur babies. Now waiting to find out if she has a UTI. I just should have read some more. So, well, here's hoping your cat does not have a UTI. Rena, good morning all. 49 and overcast there in SoCal, and she has got coffee in her cup. Sarah, good morning to you. I will check on you this afternoon to make sure you don't get lost down that CapCut rabbit hole. I plan on it. Because, hey, that's what we're gonna. I already started this morning on some of the stuff. And in our mentorship call here after this one, I think that's what it's going to be. It's on CapCut, especially if we can get Brian in there. I think I was talking to Brian till 10 or 11 last night, going back and forth on CapCut and things we can do with it and how it was there, because it carries over from our conversation on Monday's show with him wanting to do some stuff. And then, yesterday talking with a few people, and I think it's something that we can really work on. So I think that's what I'm going to try and focus on this, unless anybody else has anything really pressing that they want to talk about in that call. Jeff, good morning to you. Morning, Barb, and the rest of the crew. 52 and sunny there in Northern Kentucky. No drink today. 5 things. Take mom's van for an oil change. Done. Rest is basically the same. Print, cut, pack, right? A lot of us fall on that same thing where it's the same thing every day. For us, we're pressing shirts, we're invoicing, we're just doing design work, we're sending out quotes, and then what else is it? It is a lot of that repeat process. And that's why even I've got a list of half a page long of things that need to get done. But my top five things that are on there that need to get done, that's what I'm going with that. And Tim, morning, over there in Toledo, 40 on the way to 55. I think coffee to drink. You don't know what you're drinking? Maybe there's booze. The CapCut rabbit hole is a real thing. It is so much of a real thing. Last night we found that there's things that couldn't do in the app that you can do online, and things you can do online that you couldn't do in the app. So that was interesting, because I was just trying stuff real quick and to test things, to see how it worked. And I was pretty impressed with it yesterday. And I don't think it's something to be afraid of at all. We just need to get in and do it, and that's going to be part of today. And good morning to you, Cindy. Good morning. I'm drinking a Starbucks Atomic drink. Ooh, Starbucks Atomic. It's prom season, so today's an alterations day. I'm sewing corset backs into 4 dresses and hemming 1 dress. Look at you. Go, Cindy, go. And Tim's 5 things. Full tint job at 9 a.m., tint job at 12. Get things ordered for upcoming jobs. Build new Chipley store for new team. Make sure I order things. It's a must. We went through that. Was it earlier this week? Where it was right before we left. Where okay, if we order stuff, it's going to show up. Let's wait until we order it while we're out of town on Friday, so it shows up when we're here to make sure that we're checking it in and everything was that. So I 100% get that for it. So let's see. I got something else that came in here, so I just want to check and see what it was real quick. But how are you guys doing today? Any pressing topics that you want to talk about this morning? I've got a few things. Last night we talked Canva branding, which was way simpler than what I thought it was. I'm like, really? That's it? So I just got to upload basically my logos, and then it does the rest for me. Yeah, it does the rest for me. It pulls the colors from my logos. It goes ahead. I do got to upload my fonts if they're not listed in there already, but add that in there. And then it's as simple as taking any of those templates and changing stuff to fit our brand. So we have that same cohesive theme throughout it all, the same colors, the same feeling, because it's using those same colors, the same fonts. It just makes it feel a lot more cohesive and easy ways to do that. So let me know what you thought about last night's training on Canva branding. And I think next month was it? Is that what you were saying, Sarah? Is we're going to talk about email signatures and how Canva can help with that. So I think that's what Sarah was doing next month on it. For us, let's see, going through things. We've had some issues this quarter, not so much online, but with customers and not getting back on orders, where it's like, here, we're kind of in this holding pattern. There's been stuff that's paid for that we're waiting for artwork now going on 3 weeks. And I know they're going to expect stuff to be done in, the next day after they get it, but that artwork. So I need to get a better system in place for that besides sending the reminder emails. They've already paid, so, hey, it's really in their court. But what I did was said, hey, if we don't have this by this date, then the price is going to increase to this, because then it becomes a rush job. So that was our the way that we're handling it there. Other stuff where we went back and forth on artwork, and it's just not good artwork. And they say, we can print as is, but we'd prefer not to because it's bad artwork. So you need to make the choice whether you want to change the artwork, you want us to print as is. And then a few other things, we sent out quotes, and we didn't get them, and we're finding that some of these jobs are based year over year. So we've all had price increases from last year, and we had a couple of these where we did not increase any prices. We just kept it the same as what it was. Yep, here it is, same prices in last year. This will do it, and we lost the jobs. And those are the ones that kind of suck, because we really can't do much with that. Like, they're shopping on price. They're an organization and they need the lowest price possible. And I always ask, hey, what was the end up winning bid for? And some of these winning bids, I just don't know how some of these people are making money with it. When it's half of what we quoted at, I will be fine if it's within, 20%. I can see, some things that way with it. But when it's with half of what we did, I don't know. I don't know how that becomes possible with it. And it's just not. I do care, because it sucks to lose those orders, but I don't care that we lose it on pricing by that much. It's just, part of the nature of the game, right? And when you're working with schools, when you're working with organizations with limited budgets, when you're working with businesses with limited budgets, you do your best to fulfill their needs, but sometimes you can't fulfill their needs. Their vision isn't what their budget reflects. They've got the Cadillac dreams on the Cavalier budget, and it just isn't possible to do that for our business. Now, other people will be like, hey, a job's a job, and we can make 3% off of it and be fine. Okay, your numbers, what you can do with it to do it. But in a lot of these instances, it's not happening. So what do? We just take the stuff, and we get in there and do it, and we rock and roll. That's about all we can do for it. I want to make sure everybody can, hear and see me, right? Corey just sent me a message that says, are you not doing it? So I just want to make sure I am online. Question mark. Something else that I learned is if you're watching in the Facebook group, let me know if you're watching the Facebook group. We were able to go through, and I know on Monday is when Facebook started, you couldn't stream through a third-party app, but here I am using StreamYard, and I do believe we are streaming in our group. So that is something that, to me, I think is pretty cool. I think I want to see if we're able to see. Yep, I am able to see that. So here's how it's going to work. Because I can't see the comments that are coming from Facebook, from the Facebook group, because I see that Russ is in there and I see that Hope is in there, and both of them have commented. In StreamYard, I'm not able to see that. Now I can use StreamYard and stream inside of our group, so it's going that way with it, but I'm not able to see the comments. So I did have to go to the Facebook page or Facebook group, and I am able to see that in there. So Russ, thanks for joining us. Russ says that it is 65 degrees. He's working on artwork. He's placing orders. He's invoicing. He's picking up samples from Sanmar and get crown put back on tooth. Oh, Russ is in for a great day today. And Hope, hi from Florida. Hey, Hope, thanks for joining us. So it is possible. It is possible to use your third-party systems, like we're using StreamYard, and we're streaming inside of a group. Now, it is a little more cumbersome, because you are going in and you're doing things with the stream key and things like that. But this was our first test of it to see if it worked. One thing I did notice, like I said, is that we're not able to pull those comments from there. So all I'm gonna have to do is keep a separate tab open to be able to see and do those. And like those numbers, I don't think will necessarily count towards our other side. But hey, if you are in the Facebook group, comment below. Let me hear you say hi. I can hear you and I can see you. So that way I am making sure that everything is working just fine below. Let's see. And Barb's in there. Here it goes. Sarah says, yes, email signatures. So next month, Canva training is going to be on email signatures for it. And then Rena, hi, Barb. Rena can hear me loud and clear. So it's just Corey that's having an issue. I'm going to talk about an issue I had with my phone yesterday, and it's just because it was stupid. It was stupid, and anytime I do something stupid, I want everybody to know. Ryan, good morning. Do you look at that, rubbing it in with 75 degrees out there in California? That's what you pay for, right? You pay for that amazing weather out there. Yesterday, I was trying to do some stuff after getting back from picking the kids up from school, and I was working on some CapCut videos, and I couldn't get sound. I couldn't figure out what was going on with it. I went to my alarm settings, and I could hear my alarm settings, so I knew the speaker worked. But I couldn't get any sounds on speakers. Couldn't get sounds on videos. I couldn't get sounds on Snapchat. I couldn't get sounds on TikTok. I couldn't get sound anywhere else. So I was going through it. I'm like, you know what? It's probably just a glitch. I was talking how amazing an iPhone is, and now it's going to try and buck me the wrong way. So I powered it off and powered back on, and still nothing. I could not figure out what was going on with it. So of course, off to Google I went, and they said, check Bluetooth to see if you're connected to anything. I'm like, well, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I checked, and I was connected to the garage speaker. So everything I was playing out in the garage, and I was not getting it here. So of course I turned that off, and everything was fine. But I just want you to know, everybody screws up. Everybody does some dumb things, and that was mine yesterday. Spent a half an hour to figure out why I don't have sound, and then realize that sound was playing out in the garage. So thankfully, I wasn't watching anything inappropriate with lots of swear words in it, so that was just blaring out in the garage. But yeah, that's what it was, right? I was connected to Bluetooth. My Bluetooth is always on, because it does connect to, like when you get the golf cart, it does connect to the golf cart. Down here, we've got the speakers set up, so it will connect to that. Out in the garage, there's a separate one that's for that. And I don't know why. I don't know why it decided to. That's the first time it's ever happened, and it won't be the last. But it was definitely, like, why is this happening? What is going on? I couldn't figure it out. And then to find out it was something that simple, and at least that made some sense with it. Jerry, good morning to you. Hello to you as well. Just as it happens, I blame the kids. I blame the kids a lot. The kids can take a lot of that stuff for it. So I'm right there with it. Other things that we got to talk about today. So we had DAX last week. We talked about that on Monday. Thanks for everyone that has posted pictures, shared from that, and gave us a lot of great feedback from the different things that we did and how much fun that we had. I look forward to doing it next year. But one thing for sure is we don't know when anything is next year. We'll find that out, closer. think, when is it? July, August is when they start pushing for it next year, so we'll be able to see what it is. But it's always a good time there. Upcoming things for us, I believe we are not going to hit anything until September, October, when we go down to the Misfit Makers for they have a couple Tumblr classes that we're going to go to. There might be a few things between now and then that I want to do. Take some trainings for sure. Anytime there's those online trainings, I will post those for it and do it. Look in the Patreon group. I'll make sure to post the links in the Patreon page of it, because I know some of us are in the free tier of Patreon, so you can see the stuff that gets posted there that's in the free tier. But then for everybody else that's in the paid stuff, that some will be there, or it'll be in the Discord. And like I said, I've said it time and time again, it's only $20 a month. You can learn some fantastic things, because one of the things is, after this, we're going to have our mentorship call, and I'm going to talk, hopefully CapCut, and hopefully some other people can help me, help them, help myself. Is that how that all works out when we're all trying to figure out the things of the things on it? So I'm hoping to do it a little better with that. No ticker yet. So yeah, my plan, I was telling Jerry, is going to have a ticker at the bottom of people's name. Well, in StreamYard, I can only do a 200 character limit. So that does me no good. So now I need to figure out how to create that so it can do it. What I think I will need to do is create a separate thing at the end. I like take this my outro video, thanks to our patrons, and have everybody listed there, and then it'll go into the outro. Because I was like, oh yeah, we'll just go ahead and have it a ticker at the bottom. But as far as the ticker that I have here, we can only do because I looked and I started setting up this morning, and I got through a few people. I'm like, why is it not letting me do anymore? And it was because, hey, that's why you have a 200 character limit. There's our mentorship community, patreon.com/fatdadmc. Head over there, $20 a month. See, I can hit this, and will it go over there? I can edit that, right? I can edit that, save as a ticker, save, scroll across the bottom. There it is. There. Because that was the plan, was to have that down there and then have everybody's name that's behind it, behind it. But can't do that. 200 character limit. This is what I'm listening. That's what I'm dealing with. Is there a new link? No, it should be that same one, right? You should be in there. I will look and see, because it should be the same thing that's always there. Let me check your account when I get in there, because I got the little thing that said you left, so maybe that's why. I'll send you a new one for it. But yeah, the Discord flyer still says March. There's the April one in there, isn't there? April 1. I'll go look over on all that, because on yours, I think it said that you canceled. You canceled, man. So when you canceled, that's why that part's not there. Now I got to go see. All right, Darren, I checked you. Did, right? You did. It did say you canceled. So I'll put look at that. Snap, right? That's why you can't get in. Darren, I'll check yours as well, because it should be there. When we're done with this, I'll be done with this in the next 10, 15 minutes. I'll get in there. I will make sure that everybody who's listed in there has that in there. I'll make sure that April 1 is in there. Oh, yeah, Sarah, we got to look at that. Sarah is kind of our tech guru on this. Remember, Sarah, we only had so many of the Zoom scheduled through it. So I wonder if that's what's popping up on it. I'll make sure to get everything updated on the April calendar now that it is there. Rita, you found me out. No one but Todd sees my comments. That's a weird. So look at that. It's so strange that I can't see Jerry. I think she's in the witness protection program. Yeah, she is. Speaking of witness protection programs, nice segue on that. You ever get those old movie ads that pop up, and you're just like, what in the hell? And it makes you think about something. Does anybody remember? Now I just lost it. Steve Martin and Rick Moranis. What was it? My Blue Monday. Is that right? Witness protection program. Yeah, I want to watch that. I came across that. I remember watching it as a kid, and now I want to watch it again, but I think it was My Blue Monday. I think that's what it is. I don't know. Why don't you ask her for me? Sometimes she tells me information, sometimes she doesn't, and we can find out. Evelyn, hey there. Nice to see you too, Evelyn. Thanks for stopping by. I don't know, Roy. I don't know. I'll go look and see. She has, she has that nurse precision. That's what it is. That nurse precision. Jerry isn't even her real name, right? Yeah. What do you think? What do you think she's in the witness protection program from? It's got to be like some mafia thing, right? Because those are the only ones that you ever see, that you ever hear about. At least the ones that they make the movies on, is for that, right? They don't do it for anything else. And how's Orlando's weather down there, Evelyn? My Blue Heaven, that's what it was. My Blue Heaven, yeah, My Blue Heaven, yeah. I want to watch that. I don't know. It just brings something back. She's a stream sniper. Yes, she is. Mafia for sure. Jerry plays like she doesn't know this stuff, but she does. She's mafia. We're gonna out her. Okay, shh. We can't tell her. We can't tell. Jerry is part of the mafia. Jerry is not part of the mafia. I don't want the mafia coming for me. But I don't like how the new StreamYard thing is working out, or with Facebook and that third party, because I feel like I am missing some stuff on that side. But I am able to see specific information from over on that side, so I can see like where the comments are, the viewers, things for that. So if, like I said, if you're watching the group, make sure that you say hi, let us know there, because I will be popping back and forth for your information. And you can see right below us that you can see the little tag, $20 a month over there for the Patreon. I will put it in there. Ooh, look at that. Chuck says it's 65 and sunny on the west coast of Florida. And Sarah said, looks like the mentorship calendar is working, but I'm having some people check into it. Thank you, Sarah. Do that. We will get everything there. Evelyn says, I need to come back. I need to come down there, Chuck. We should probably do time to do another TRW takeover. I'm going to talk with Pilar and see when that's going to happen, because that could happen over the summer. That'd be a quick weekend just to fly down and have some fun down in the Tampa area. But we'll see how all that pulls out. Careful, she may make us disappear. Well, this is why I do this, right? I sometimes I think some really weird stuff. Like if something were to happen to me and I were to, I would no longer be here, right? I would be gone. It would be, it'd be a wild ride, especially for the family, because, hey, I'm no longer here. But I don't think a lot of people would know until May that I wasn't around, that I was no longer here, because we have content scheduled out that far. So we still have, I at least have 2 pieces of content scheduled every day for the rest of this month. And so if something were to happen, well, people know I was here. In fact, I think there's some content that is scheduled out through July, like our the Saturday and Sunday posts. Share your social media things, your Saturday, what have you worked on this week? Because those are the same consistent posts that we do every Saturday and Sunday. And I think those are scheduled out there. So even if we weren't here, we would still have that. Kind of spooky. There's going to be a time when that's your last post. Not to get all like morbid and weird on people, but yeah, there's times it's the last time you do something that you don't even realize it. Think about friends that you may have had at one time in your life that are no longer friends. Do you remember the last time that you talked to them? And then it just kind of went away. Like, there's friends that I talk to, that I've been friends with for, 25 years that, we don't talk often, but we still talk, once a year or so. And we pick up right where we left off. There's other friends that I haven't talked to in, I couldn't tell you how long. And I don't, it wasn't that there was a last conversation where you suck, I suck, we're done with this friendship. It was just, we were going 2 different ways, right? You're doing other things. So there's a time when you do that. There's a time when people place their last orders with us, where we had people that were consistently ordering, and then it just stopped. And, so we reached out, hey, just checking in, seeing how things are with you. And it was, they bought a new machine. They found somebody closer. They found somebody that was faster. Right now, we're doing our best, our damnedest, everything we can to get, all DTF transfers. If you order today and artwork is correct, remember that artwork has to be correct. If you order today, throw in your order today, we're trying to have everything shipped out by the next business day. So if you order today, it's there. But now if you order today and your artwork is bad and we don't, it's 3, 4 o'clock catching stuff, we email, we do that, we don't get back from you until tomorrow, well, then it'd be that next day that you're into production there. So we're doing our best to get everything, out within that next business day, because that's what people need to have happen. And so we're doing our best to do that. We went through and we talked with our vendor, and we were able to negotiate some little better pricing on supplies. So instead of us making more money, we lowered our pricing on that. And so we're now getting everything out within the next business day. We're being competitive as we can on pricing, and so hopefully that will start to rebound on it. But yes, yeah, Jeff, yeah, Dirk's yelling at me, and Dirk says Dirk needs ink. Dirk does not need ink. Dirk needs me to go on there and remove that sensor that says Dirk needs ink, and because the ink is full. The ink is full, Dirk, and it's just the sensor is just old and it does loses connection. So I need to go in there and clean it and do that, because nothing has changed, Dirk. You are fine. You are not thirsty. It's kind of like if you've been at a bar and you're there, in the last hour of it, and somebody's been there way too long and they've been way too overserved, and you tell them no, they don't need anything. Give me some more. That's what Dirk's doing right now. It's just drunk talking to me, telling me it's an ink, but it's not. You don't need any ink, Dirk. You are fine. You are fine for it. And then one says, I'll be happy to show up. When we'll do it, we will let everyone know. Look at that. She has people to, and medical community. She can very easily, probably forge our dental records and put us in a furnace or something, right? I mean, I've seen Ozarks. That's the way to do it. Is you just buy a funeral home, so you have your own crematory, right? Crematory, that's what it's called, and you can just take care of us. I get it. I know. And Betty, now Jerry put a hit on all of us. I know. Stop. We're not gonna do that. I showed up to TRW with a baseball bat from that, and the employees were nervous. I just told them the first time I showed up, they're like, "Your internet sucks in your parking lot." I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm in your parking lot. It sucks. But it's fun to just show up there just because. I'm going to test something today. Sublimation transfer spray on a baseball. Anyone tried that before? I have someone that wants baseballs done, but not with vinyl. So what are they putting on it? I don't necessarily know if it would work, because it's got the white, so it's kind of there, possibly. But what is it is it a one-off thing? Is it multiple things? What are you trying to do on it? And when you say vinyl, what do you mean by vinyl? Because I've got a couple ideas for it. See, like now Dirk's not even thirsty anymore. Nothing's changed. Thanks, Jerry. Jerry likes us all, so that way we don't have to do that. I have a friend that has a pig to take care of the wet work. See, like, you guys, man, what kind of people am I surrounding myself with? Mobsters and pig people? Over there. Sarah says I have to duck out for an appointment, but let me know what seems not be working for the calendar, and I'll have my laptop and we can work on it. Just check the links for today's Zoom. I will go in and check and make sure that's good, so that way we can have it there. Dirk died, right? And that's what I was thinking, Betty, or that's what I was thinking, Rena. What about a UV decal? It all comes down to how many you're doing, because you have the gang sheet of it. So yeah, if you're doing a bunch, if you're doing one, we've used printed HTV for it. So we'll print that on the eco solvent, and we can heat apply those to it, so it works out well. We've done a regular vinyl for it. Sublimation we have not tried for it. We have done. I should do the one with the UV, so that way you can see what it looks like on the ball. I like it because it's glossy and it has that good look to it. We've done stickers to it, done embroidery. I will never ever do that again. I will definitely have talked them out of that, because that was not necessarily a nightmare for me, but the process of it to get to somebody else, it was like, oh, they want this and this. It just wasn't worth it on my end, because it's not something we do all the time. Dirk's back. Dirk's making noise, so we're back with that. Like a child's name and her number. It's in the test phase right now for a customer. She'll order more in the future. Yeah, I would look at UV DTF, because that way you're able to put a glossy sticker on that. There's no white background for it, since it is that transparent PNG, and then you're able to put on that. That's what I would look like. Oh, does Jerry like us, or does the real Jerry like us? That is a good thing. We never know, Jerry could be AI. It could be AI. Jerry could be AI. Now I got to wonder, because sometimes in our calls, she can't get things to work, and I think it's a tech glitch, and it's just an AI glitch. Jerry, see, can't tell. She's going to tell on us. But he said a problem that'll be a personalized thing. So one at a time. Well, even off that, off the UV DTF sheet. So on the gang sheet, our smallest gang sheet is a 12 by 22. You could fill that up with all the names that you have, all the logos that you have, and then you could do it from there and apply it. Yeah, just on a one-time thing, it's tough because especially with the process of it, and I think we talked about this earlier in the week, didn't we? And if not, now's a good time to talk about it. It might have been another group. How do you handle those samples? How do you do those one-off things? Because a lot of times when you're in that testing phase of things, it costs you more in time than anything because you're trying to figure out the process of it. So do you charge for that time for it? Do you charge them, hey, for this one, it's $50, but if you're going to place a bigger order, we'll take that 50 off the main one. How are you doing that? For us, that's where that single image, the single shirts, the single things, embroidery, engraving, shirts, tumblers on that. Yeah, there's needs to be a process with it because sometimes it's not worth it to do. Hey, they don't want to pay a design fee on it. Okay, you don't want to pay a design fee. Here's your stock options to choose from. If you need anything else, there's a design fee, and that can be, $25 to $100. We just had a conversation last night into today about somebody says, hey, I need some shirts done. Here's what I was thinking for shirts. And they had found shirts on Etsy that they wanted. But I said, okay, do you have the artwork that's print ready? Because if not, we have to charge a design fee because we're recreating these. It was 4 shirts, 4 different things. That's all they wanted was the 4 shirts. I said, or what you can do is you can find, it's going to be, here's what the cost is. There's a variance on it because a couple were simple text, easy enough to do. Others were more complex. So I said, well, here's the option. We can redraw each one of them for this price each for each design. Or what you can do is, since you found these on Etsy, look for the design, look for the PNG, the SVG, and then buy those. And then we can print the shirts using those. So, that's kind of the thing. They can buy that design there, or we can charge them for the design, but somebody needs to take care of that design work across it. They should. They stick to everything else. We can, especially on the display piece. It's not a baseball that you're going to use. It's going to be a display piece, so it should just stick just fine. I'll grab a new baseball, and we can do it for you. Right? Well, which one? How will we know? Right? How will we know? So Jerry isn't Mafia now, but AI Jerry. Okay, so Jerry is Skynet better than Soylent Green. Look at that. Horrible movie. That sounds like something AI would say, doesn't it? That does sound like something AI would say. All right. Rest of this week, morning mindset on Friday. Cindy, we're doing jewelry on Tuesday. So Cindy, we need to get together before then so I know what I need to do because this one really scares me. This one really, really scares me. We're going to do jewelry on Tuesday with Todd next week. We're working on CapCut. That's my big thing of the day. And in the Patreon group, that's what we're going to be talking about in our mentorship call today. I just need to know who else is using it. If not, there's a couple of things that I saw, so maybe I can pop up a screen and we can roll through it together. And if you're not in our mentorship group, right there, our community, $20 a month. Stop being a slacker. Come join us. That's all I got for today. We will be back here for Friday. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. We all are a great family. Even AI Jerry will have some fun with us sometime. So it's a great time. That's probably why nobody sees her. That's right. AI part of it makes way more sense. So you guys have an amazing day. Peace, love, press on. We will see you guys next time.